Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Okay, I have time now, so I'm going to take my time with this and really drop into the energies. Um, and I'm going to see what the bridge is between the end of July, moving into August, and then I'm going to try and do an overview of August to see what energies are coming in. If I didn't speak about Lionsgate in last video, I've no pulse to do a Lionsgate video, but actually, what if I post them on the community page? That might be useful. I'll post a link on the community page for the Lioness Gate videos I did a few weeks ago. Okay. So I'm going to use the cards from the last reading as the container for any new messages that want to come through. And so we started with fire, 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 fire. Okay. And what I now see in the underlying energies for that is the bridge. And here's the bridge. And the bridge is, I am mutual, I am detached. Yeah, okay. Right. I want to read you some playful musings that came through when I was dancing with polarity. And it raised a question about how do we work with polarity? Because this dualistic thinking is I'm either good or I'm either bad. Polarity is actually, and both are true. And how do I work with the polarity of that? And so words that came are rigid, pliant. So where do I bend and where do I not? Okay, so remember, we're kind of birthing this, and both are true. And what that's going to do is help to ease and heal all that self-judgment. You're everything. And everything used with temperance is a really whole, fulfilled individual, which isn't always happy, just whole, fulfilled access to every aspect and expression, integrated, taken ownership of survival, creation. And there's a vast difference between operating in survival coding and operating in creation coding, because that leads to practical or silly. Okay, so where creation has a sense of importance or expectation, obligation, then that might be coming from survivalist thinking. Pure creation, again, is that 4-year-old that doesn't really know what it's building, but it's just so totally wired in to the whole field that it moves without meaning. It's silliness. Okay, and both are true. Practical, very useful. Silly, very useful. Altered, authentic. Okay, so the altered self is the self that has been formed by the imposition of another's wishes upon it. And so it has forged itself in the fires of someone else's wishes. And so what happens is the altered behavior, the mind works very hard to alter and filter and domesticate, sanitize what is just a, 3-word sentence. Okay. force or flow, should. I've caught myself recently. We are having a little bit of summer, but just make like you haven't noticed it. A little bit of summer. And there's this old school teacher's voice that's rising up. What are you doing indoors? So I used to be caught running around indoors. So I'm a winter girl. I love the sun, but I am a winter girl. What are you doing inside on such a beautiful day? Get out and play. Okay. So, yeah, it's the should of it all. So notice when you're forcing something and take a moment to just stop and drop into a pause and listen to the heart. So the heart will give you the flow state. And so use both. Pride and humility. Loss and gain. Control and trust. Nervous and audacious. Follower, innovator. Practical, silly. Limited, limitless. Linear, complex. Blame, accountability. So one serves the other. Let there be no good and bad ascribed to certain values and dogmas and beliefs and archetypes. Just let there be, and both are true, and all are true. Okay? So we're dissolving old beliefs and old paradigms here, you know, and we've got the 56 coming in here. And we've just come out of a 56 week collective week number. 56 was last week. And we'll have felt that in the body. We'll have felt that in the DNA, the recoding coming in. That's, I think I spoke about the simultaneous birthing and deathing of a system. Mutually intensifying amplification. That's giving me telepathy. I was chatting with Russ the other day and I said telepathy is on steroids at the moment. There's this beautiful group voice that's spinning itself into like this many-stranded DNA. It's a living organism. In the heart of wondrous magic, coming together in kinship. Yes, absolutely. And, you know, let that be a mark of alignment, coming into truth with your authenticity will birth that in your external world. Whatever you crave, seek, lust after, birth it from within. And physics will do the rest. So conjunction, merging, focused intention. I like those two words together, merging and focus. They're almost opposites. So focused intention can be the human part, and the merging can be when you listen to the field. Field, source, active intelligence, call it what you will. Musical collaboration and the two I am values. I am detached. Isolation, unable to reach out, needing community bonds, unable to make eye contact with others. Got it. What's speaking to me here is the movement from the seventh month into the 8th month. And it's almost like we've harnessed the light and we've fused it within. And the light can be a revelation, a realization, a rebirth of an old belief system, a tearing down of an old belief system. So you've got that energetic new fusing. And the 8 is where we externalize it, is where we take it outdoors or where we take it into the collective and we birth it through behavior. And that might feel like unable to make eye contact. That's the nervous audacious. So mix a little bit of those together. Be nervous and be audacious, both at the same time. Frightened to enjoy change and grow in life. Yeah, we're going to see a lot of that because we're moving. I got that. So we're now in a week 31, which starts today, which takes us into a week of 57, 12, 3 energy. And that 57 came through as like, it's like a clashing cymbal. It was noisy and disruptive and conflict. Yeah, and there's a message there about that might trigger your need to control, but we're working with new alchemy, and maybe we just kind of kick back and watch and see without judgment. Okay, I am mutual, synchronous, aligning with others, empowered by new themes. Yeah, get excited. Joys found in the algebra of planets. Oh gosh, that's wow. That's that's like it's like a whole symphony has just arrived in my throat, and that's making my jaw bone ache. It's like they need a bigger stage, so they're pushing my jaw out. It's like my mouth is the stage. The orchestra needs a bigger stage. And I can just see symbols coming out of planets, just this beautiful symphony of symbols. I want to go, actually. I wonder. Oh, they're over there. Sorry for that wandering. That was, wow, being invigorated by experiences of change. So that's the bridge. Is you're going to feel it in your DNA. It's going to shift something in your DNA. I don't feel that August has locked in, but it's connecting me to the higher heart. Yeah, I'm going to go to this deck here, which is called the She Tarot. Interesting. That's interesting. There's one card. There's one card, look, reversed. And it's the image on the front of the box. Okay. Ah. Mother Nature. Bear with me. I'm going to read some of the words because the words are really gorgeous in this book. So, Mother Nature. Empress. Lioness. Mother Nature's creation is limitless and inconceivably diverse. No administration or bureaucracy is needed for her to modify the overall pattern to support equilibrium. She breathes life into every aspect of her magnificent conception. from humans to viruses, all serve life's purpose to propagate, grow, evolve. It is natural. Our shared home, this earth, is her inspiration. Here, all elements merge, mingle in an elegant balance of the finely tuned ecosystems that we know of as the web of life. Low tide, the glory of gathering medicinal seaweeds in the earliest morning light. Behold the magnificence, the herbs of the sea, swirling, dancing at my feet, a starfish. Untold beauty engulfs me. Now I am encircled in yellow brilliance, a field of flowering St. John's wort. I imbibe its offering of solace, calm, safety, and peace. Yes, I am uplifted, just sitting here in deepest reverence for her creation. I want to share a story with you. My neighbour's recently been away, so I volunteered to water her garden in her absence, which was hilarious. Anyway, I watered her garden, and she's a big grower. I mean, she's all of this energy, so she's got pots everywhere, growing new things and experimenting. And she knocked on my door yesterday. She's back from holiday, and she gave me a gift. And as I held this in my hand, it became like a little cup, like a sip cup. And so I was just listening to it, and it showed me water in there and kind of making my own sacred water and imbibing the energies that were coming through the crystal. So I followed, I listened, and I followed. And I filled it with water and just left it on the side. And then I picked it up and I was about to drink it, and it just didn't feel right to drink it. And I remember that earlier in the day, I have had to repot a peace lily, a baby peace lily. So I took this to the pot and I just drizzled the water into the pot. So letting nature feed nature. Why am I telling you that? Because it was done, as many of you do, completely without thinking, just following the energy and following and listening and following. So no force, just source, pure nature. This is a surprising energy for me. August is that kind of hard-hitting, expansive 8. And it's the fire of Leo, Western astrology, but it's also the mother of Cancer, you know, sidereal, which is why I'm dropping the whole Lionsgate thing, because, you know, it's already showing up as Lioness Gate. It's the powerful feminine seeding. I'd be interested. Yeah, I'm going to be interested to see where the masculine comes through in this. Oh, just in case you want to get the deck. Right, okay. So, conjunction. And then comes the Empress. So July into August is conjunct Empress energy. Okay, and then the two other underlying cards are the Moon in Sag and Vitriol, the inner earth voice. So this is bringing in dragon, and I want to put dragon underneath Mother Nature. Oh, God, that's just pulling the soil right through my body, downwards. That's interesting. That's energy moving downwards. Okay, new philosophical mission. I love how this is challenging all of the archetypes. That's my untrodden path. That's where I want to play. Moon in Sag, new philosophical mission, the storybook writer. Aha, I write my story. I walk my path. So this is the dignity of personal authority, sovereignty. It's just taking back ownership of the crown. And yeah, I'll see if that comes back. No, do it. You see? Right. Okay, that's me bouncing in that 5 energy. Do I, don't I? I've been getting the word sangreal recently, quite a bit. Royal blood coming in with the grail. And when we take back ownership of our crown, there's none of this. There's none of this bowing to external authority. It's standing in the personal authority of your own sovereignty. And it's okay. Okay. So spirit mentored. Yeah, this is the playtime. This is playing with spirit. Lean in to create. Okay. Lean into what? My first word is boredom. Invite disruption to come and have a cup of tea with boredom. Oh, I like that. Disrupt yourself. Tameless expansion. Tameless expansion. Ah, it's wild. Love that. Scene changing optimism. Okay. I am values. I am unskilled. I am qualified. Ah, I love that polarity. I am unskilled, careless, ill-tempered, passionately detached. See, if there's passion there, that's juice. That's juice to fuel the fire. Just needs lifting up and meeting fully. I flee from tough situations. Straying to the beat of your own drum. I don't know what straying means. Straying away from the herd, straying away from the crowd. I am unskilled, straying from the beat. Let's see what comes out in the I am qualified, happy state of pronoia. I don't know what that means. Is that the antithesis of paranoia? Pronoia. Being okay with the cacophony. Galloping with the flow, mind expanding, knowledge seeker. Trusting your harmonic interdependence. Yeah. At the moment, I'll post some more messages, but at the moment it's feeling like for a while, you're not going to quite know what's going on. How can you get comfortable with that? Or okay with it? You might not even reach comfort, but how can you get okay with that? While everything gets whipped up. Where am I going? August, who wants to speak to August? Okay. This is interesting. I did not expect this deck to want to play. See, expectations. If curiosity killed the cat, what did expectations do? Answers below. Okay, the whatever this is, galactic something, starseed something. I can't ask. Kyle, somebody. I'm brilliant, aren't I? I am just a font of knowledge. Okay, show me August. Show me August. Really noticing, I can't see. I cannot see August. Force or source. I'm not feeling these cards. Do you have a message or do you not? Not. Okay. Do you know what? Let's go shit or bust. So, I got a new deck. A friend bought me a new deck. And I've worked with them twice, 3 times. And they are amazing. And bringing them to camera makes me nervous because some people might bolt. Okay. But we're working with the conflict in the polarity and we're working to harmonize it and get it speaking to one another. Okay. That might be as simple as getting the wise part of you that can achieve to talk to the inner critic, the saboteur, the wounded warrior. Okay. To integrate and reharmonize. We're just reworking energies here. Right. So, show me August. What's the main theme of August that we can play with? What is the main theme of August? Just So landing on top of the Empress, we have now the guy that created these cards is probably the most incredible human being I've ever read about. Like, I can't map him. His mapping is just not from this planet. His name is Travis McHenry. Okay. Google Travis McHenry, who staked a claim to Antarctica when he was a teenager. Oh my God, the guy is unbelievable. He's like a modern day Napoleon. And he's an occultist and he's created quite a few decks. So the energy, so this landed on the Empress. And again, these are the 2 I am values. Universal medicine is Mother Nature, is Empress energy. And what that can speak to is where you might feel alone, disconnected, isolated, and where you might not be noticing what is actually going on around you. Okay, so the other I am value is false promises. And that might be where, oh, that's opening up something beautiful. that asks a question about trust, that asks a question about where we never built the blueprint to learn what to trust, or where the instinct, the gut instinct, isn't yet strong enough to wave the green flag or the red flag. And it might be as simple as, I'll do it tomorrow. So watch out for that. Universal medicine, it's all there to support you. It's all there to support you. This is just something I picked up on, but if it's useful, take it. I was outdoors the other day, and I just had a conversation with a friend where we both acknowledged, where is nature? Like, England is in full bloom at the moment, but where are the honeybees? Where are the wasps? Where are the butterflies? There seems to be this distinct absence of nature. So we had this big, long telephone call, lots of channeling, lots of stuff coming in. And I went back outside and saw 2 butterflies, 2 bumblebees, and a massive dragonfly and flies, all there in that moment of time. Okay. So if you think you're not a part of nature, think again. Think again. Okay. And 2 cards have flown over here in the gap for August. Interesting. Oh, it's beautiful. The thing I love about this deck is the way he writes about the cards in the book is in the relationship of there is no dark and there is no light. One serves the other. One serves the other. And as I look at these 2 cards, I can see it. Okay. So we have, no, it's that way up. We have protection and criminal enterprises coming out with solitude and divine comfort. And when we put those together and read them across, the protection of solitude will help us grow into the divine comfort of being a witness to what's happening. Okay. So the whole thing is very centering. Yeah, this is definitely witness energy. Just look at it. And it's election season. So I'm asking a question here, which is something like, is August going to invite us to go deeper? The reason I'm asking that question is because the messages aren't pouring out. Got one deck over there that doesn't want to work. These messages are short. I'm just going to pause for a minute. If that annoys you, then that's fine too. Oh, right. It's because we've got void energy here. Right, what if I move that? Ow. Is that where you want to be? Okay, look, in these long pauses, just tap in, really tap in, and collaborate in the comments. Chrissy, you know, when you moved that card, something in me went, okay. I am lost, I am found are the I am values for inner earth void. So we have nature on the table. Incubation, fire incubation, incubating the inexhaustible flame. And then there's just this space. Is it because the philosophical mission is going to be so personal, I actually don't have access to it? Right, let's see what comes out. I'm just going to keep, that's made its way over here. What happens if I put that there? So I'm just noticing my face feels funny. It feels like it's shape-shifting here. August, speak to me. Moon in Cancer. Sidereal was still in Cancer. Intuition initiations. The perfect octave, orchestra in residence. Nurturing emotional charioteer. That's balancing the polarity. Yeah, I hear what you're doing, but how does it feel? Is it a feeling or is it an emotion? Sorting hat. Nurturing emotional charioteer. Clearing noxious emotions. Inner rhythmic currents, open veiled. There's a gateway here. There's a gateway here. I can feel it. Here's the gateway. Probably need to disappear and really tune into this. Otherwise, there's going to be literally a 15-minute gap, if nothing. Let's just read the words and sit. Ow, there's a pain in my back. So, solar eclipse, and we have eclipse season. When does that start? August, September. Galactic opportunities, musical suspension. There's a gap here. There's definitely a gap. Pause for unexpected frequencies. Okay. Reclaiming sacred breath. Doors of reception. Developing fate. Ionus, Ionus, and Janus. Geminus and Revelations. Interdimensional points of transformation. I sense I'm not going to be shown. There's something there. I can sense it, but my third eye can sense it. I just can't see it. And that's okay. So the I am values are I am open, I am closed. Yeah, sometimes we do, don't we? We close down if we don't get what we want. And this is the gratification. We sometimes don't stay curious. So I am closed, future aligning, celestial eclipses repeat in Saros cycles every 18 years, 11 days, 8 hours. Eclipse tunnels are for a fortnight out of time. I am open, resetting, awakening breath, centering on the new now. Invitation to the bolero of abundance, interdimensional points of transformation. Yeah, I think as far as I can take this reading will be into a gateway here. Moon in Ophiuchi is embracing source. This is fascinating. This has never happened before. I love this. If it's pissing you off, fantastic. That is my gift to you. What is it pissing off? Is it pissing off that you're not getting the answers? Is that where we close down when we don't get the answers? I'm just going to stay curious. I am so in for this. Mystical frequencies of fate, fate again, verge of visible silence, on the verge of visible silence. Sacred stillness, cosmic teaching. The whole left-hand side of my body is getting weird. I feel a bit wobbly and sick, but only on this side. I am values, I am profane, I am sacred. Gifted, cosmic DNA. This is gifts coming in, and I think it's going to be so personal that it might be hard to speak into. It might be hard for me to speak to your field. Galactic dividends, entrance to the Elysian fields, the healing chorale of the Delphic golden singers. I am profane, petrified, messianic tantrums, the stagnant labyrinth. We're just, ow. But I'm very uncomfortable, void of personal power. Yeah, that's an illusion. A stuck needle on a gramophone record, something really breaking down here. I feel sickening and excited. Where did you come from? Oh, are you the other card? Purify, polishing image, personal PR campaign. Reality check. Oh my God. This is a conversation I had at the weekend. True soul ablutions. Trapped in toxic positivity. I can't believe this. Cosmic ascendancy ambitions, you're projected in a landscape. Yeah, I had a conversation with some strangers at the weekend, and I'm still learning temperance. And they were pro new prime minister. And they gave me two facts that I saw immediately as a PR campaign that they had completely invested in, entangled with. One, he plays football with 10-year-olds. That's a PR campaign. Two, he's a man of the people, grassroots. That's a PR campaign. And so I asked them, do they know this is the guy that let Jimmy Savile off the hook under the banner of the DPP, public prosecution? No, they were horrified. And it's like I was just watching the tower come down. So they left their homes to go and vote without doing any background check, and then got themselves wrapped up in toxic positivity, because what was happening was their inner need to be rescued had got projected. So this guy's going to look like a shining superstar. It's going to look like everything they want, but that's all within them. The I am values are I am pure or I am polluted. Wow, life beyond the veil. There's like this little spinning vortex of energy in my higher heart and solar plexus at the same time. I am pure, witnessed, well-regarded, sincere, heartfelt intention. Peaceful, trusted. I am polluted, stubborn. I am the sum of my past. Flawed spiritual philosophy. Influence of the shaping parent. Oh, Lord, here we go. Stagnating by refusing to look at your fears. Look, there's something hitting the collective. I'm seeing it come out in the collective. I encountered it last week, and I had to do some work because it was a remnant within me of the parentification wound. Parentification is where the ancestral lineage is taken out of systemic order. Systemic order is the child must always be at the front. Parent, grandparent, ancestor. Job of the ancestor is just to gently put a hand in the small of the child's back, and where the child goes is entirely up to them. But ancestral and cultural programming has turned the child into a clone of its parents, who are a clone of the grandparents, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And so what we're doing now is taking the ancestral lineage in a completely different direction. So parentification happens so we have child, parent, grandparent. When the child raises the adults, so if a child parents to parent, it has to go up to parent and up to grandparent to down parent the parent. And what happens is the child loses its childhood, has to vacate its childhood because there's a job to do up here. And there's a choice. And the choice at that age and at that level is so difficult, it's virtually impossible. Choice is to let the parent fail and to save yourself. The last few generations of parenting have been caught up in a paralysis so profound that they haven't been able to parent They might even have had some dream vision of who they want to be as a parent, but the level of paralysis in, as Russell says, the narcissist's fist is so profound, they haven't been able to. So let there be no spiritual bypassing, and let there be an ownership of, yeah, I got wounded in that. Yeah. And I got wounded in that. Okay, so as we return this, our personal resource, back inwards, we might have to reparent ourselves. Wow, where did that come from? Purification. Yeah, purification. Wow. Okay. So I'm going to read the underlying card that's staring at me, and then I'm going to start wrapping this reading up. I'm not going to push. It isn't going to be a normal reading. Interesting. Very interesting. So the underlying card, that's interesting. So we have a 56 and a 65. The 65 is new coding. That is new DNA coming in. So the words on the card. Yeah, all I'm seeing in this is a volcano that has caused devastation and trapped the fire in volcanic rock. And what happens when we dissolve that rock? What happens to that fire? Does it come out ragefully? Or can it come out with warmth? So rusted, calcified coating, time for the B-side. Is it ever? Yeah, this is the masks coming off. Aged, tarnished patina. The shell to crack free from. The values are, I am restored, I am corroded. Yeah. The next two cards are Aries and Taurus. So I'm just noticing that. That's the beginning of the next cycle. So I'm going to leave that. I'm going to get a closing message from the Sacred She Tarot, but I'm going to leave that because that feels very much like a gateway. So I'm just going to leave that gateway energy there and not prod it too much for answers. It may start to come through, it may not. I am at its service. Okay. Can I have a closing message, please? Didn't really want 4 cards, 5 cards. Thank you. Yeah. So as the ice melts, and releases itself into the ocean, what it releases is memory. Water stores memory. Water is a kind of akash. And as our frozen masks dissolve and the encased heart dissolves to rebirth itself, follow the memories, allow them to integrate or reintegrate, because there's something happening with the 65. There's something profound happening with the DNA. Because the memories may not be from here. That's where it's going. Oh, you are pushing me today. The memories might not be from here. What am I going to call this? What shall I call this? There is something very cosmic happening. Very cosmic. Okay, so feel in. Feel in. How do you feel? What is happening in your body and what is happening in your emotions? Yeah, do feel free. Drop a comment. I'd love to know where you are on this journey. And I'm going to love you and leave you with that. It's the weirdest bridge I've ever brought through. The bridge of void. Shall I call it that? The bridge of void. Yes. Okay, so take care, my lovelies, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.